Aw, he's so cute.
Crichton's World Reviews.
This is the review of Sewu Dino, the prequel. The original Sewu Dino had its moments, but was ultimately underwhelming and disappointing. Still, it had enough for me to check out the prequel. Normally, I'm not a fan of prequels because usually they mess up a lot of established story and lore. However, the possibility of it expanding on the lore had me excited. And thankfully, this prequel delivers the horror goodness and then some. It starts out mysterious and weird, like it is supposed to. Usually, a film like this would slowly build tension and dread to terrify you. But writer-director Kimo Stambul felt confident enough to let go of any subtlety and went all in on the loud and unbelievable. It was awesome. The film is so fast-paced and wild that we were entertained throughout. Yes, the film suffers from the average horror tropes. We were screaming at the characters to be smarter, although at times they did explain why they couldn't have fled even if they had wanted to. However, long before events got super weird, Sapto, played by Martino Leo, did have enough opportunities to leave or tell his sister of the strange things he was forced to do. I'm sure the sister would have believed him and left with him, but then the film would have been over, and who wants that? I had minimal expectations, but was pleasantly surprised by how much fun this was. It's not scary nor terrifying, but it did have some effective scares, and it was creepy at times. Definitely one I can recommend. Mrs. P, I know that you aren't a real fan of these Indonesian horror films, but you have found an appreciation for some. What did you think of this film?
Well, I liked it. It's not a bad film.
To me, it seems the film had a larger budget than usual for these films, as they showcased that with the special effects. It's a nice combination of CGI and practical effects. It looked great. Do you think the same?
Yeah, the improvement in the special effects is noticeable. I do appreciate when they're practical, because I think it's, if done well, it's always better than CGI. I enjoyed them. I think they were creative and fun in a sick way.
What did you think of the characters? The leads weren't specifically bright, but I didn't find them annoying. The uncle, for example, he clearly was someone not to be messed with. He's old school. When he asks you to jump, you better ask how high. Mind you, I would never stand for that, since I'm a pretty strong-minded individual, but Sapto isn't, so I get why he was being passive. Or do you think differently?
About the characters, I don't know, yeah, like you say, they weren't like very bright, but they did make me angry sometimes. I think their reactions were very slow. But I get that they're like very innocent and they can't believe what is happening around them. They don't understand what's going on. But yeah, I like the people.
Can you recommend this one?
I'm gonna recommend this movie. I think it's worth a watch. It didn't give me that feeling that I always get, like I've sometimes, or not always, but sometimes get with the Indonesian movies, that many of them are very similar to me, that to the point that I think I've already seen them, but I haven't. This was different. I did enjoy it. I liked it. And one of the things I always like about Indonesian movies is the homes that they show. I like the style, although we always see very old houses, like run down, like unkempt, and this time we got to see a really nice house, very well kept, in really good condition. I don't know, it always makes me feel like I want to be there. Like the weather is nice, and that's another thing I enjoy about these movies too. I would recommend it.